With AHPRA and transferring from the UK, if you're a specialist from the UK, it is relatively easy. They have the competent pathways. For me, I went down the specialist pathway because I'm a UK trained GP. So I'm substantially comparable. That was straightforward. Admittedly, though, I did have a locum agency help me out with that. So they recruited me from the UK to Australia. And they were so helpful, honestly, because you can do it yourself. It will take you a long time and you'll be, filling in forms the wrong way and you have to redo it and that kind of thing. It was interesting when I first came over the RACGP. So they have these webinars for IMGs. They're very long, 6 hours total. It's interesting that within those webinars, they're like, if you are coming in from the UK, consider getting some help, at least initially, just to get settled in, to go through that whole registration process. They don't overtly advertise and say, use this company, but they're, consider getting help. That is a little bit tricky. Now that I'm here, I understand practices can pay up to $30,000 as a customer to the locum agency. I didn't have to pay anything, but when you're not paying, someone is paying for that service. And so once you kind of come to Australia and you're nice and established, it's much easier. You build up a network of friends and professionals, and they kind of say, hey, there's an opening here. Why don't you apply? Once you're in, it is easier. Interestingly, I was worried about AHPRA causing me issues by going back to the UK and then coming back to Australia. So whilst I was in the UK for 3.5 years, I continued to pay my AHPRA fees. I did not stop paying. I continued to do my RACGP revalidation and send CPD points over to them, just so that once we came back and I knew we were coming back, I could just slide right in. And that's exactly what happened. So I was very grateful. I continued to pay their fees.